And you are in the zone with Cranky and the Swag Man. All right. Cool. Well, take two.
Yeah. Yeah, take one. Cranky forgot to hit the live button, so he's bouncing around like a knobby in the background. I'm like, you forgot to hit live, didn't you? He's like, yeah, I did.
I used
That's
a
funny.
slightly
Blooper
stronger
reels.
word than damn.
Blooper reel, blooper reel.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, Swagman, I believe you had a topic in mind you wanted to discuss today, and it's quite a good one too.
Yeah, the changes since COVID. So since 2020, like in your industry, what changes has there been? Now, I know in the mining industry during the COVID period, it was pretty like gnarly. Like you had to wear a mask, you had to bring your own food, like your own lunch boxes with you, your own cutlery. If you even sneezed, it was like, nah, COVID, go to your room. Like, and you're shut in your room until you got a negative test back and until the medic on site said, yeah, he's clear of COVID.
Yeah.
But it's the same even now, like going out the side now, you go, oh, I'm unwell. Automatically, you're barred to your room. Like, and you can't leave your room. Like, you've got to be stuck there until, the on-site medic has come and checked you out, and they turn up in a full get-up, like long sleeve, like they look like they're about to go to outer space. The shit they've got on just because they don't want to catch the COVID.
I
So
know that shit all too well. One of my jobs during the pandemic was working traffic control at a COVID testing center, so I had to wear all that stuff.
no, so you had to do the full get-up, the full face screen mask, sort of.
Yeah, the full P95 mask, the actual plastic face screen, the hazmat suit, the gloves,
Yep.
the booties, everything on top of my actual uniform.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is obviously that, but then it's such a mind-numbing job as well because there's nothing to do. You're literally there just
Yep.
telling traffic, please wait, please don't go down this way, go this direction. Like it's just the one location. You may as well just sit in the car and be like, there's a line of traffic. Everyone's just following the line of traffic anyway.
Well, I actually no, because part of our duties was to give them their forms. Well, so
You're
they'd sit in the.
joking. So they made you hand out the
No.
forms.
Yep.
Wow.
So we just slide it through a slot, like through the top of the window. But you get most people who'd pull up and like they'd put the window all the way down and they'd take the mask off and everything to talk to you. It's like, put the mask back on, please. Okay. First of all, just put your mask back on. Otherwise, we're both going to get in trouble here. Oh, all right, just put the fucking mask back on.
You're going to get fucking COVID. Yeah, no, literally over here, our job was to stand there and make sure traffic wasn't going to do anything stupid. So 99.99% of the time, you sat in the vehicle watching 400 vehicles line up because there's only one way in and one way out. And then they had a bunch of cones going down that side. So your job was to make sure, and because of the amount of traffic, you didn't even have to stand there to say, hey, don't go on the other side, because you could see that it was an exit anyway. You always get that one person that's impatient and they try and jump over the curb. Problem was you jump over the curb and they had water barriers behind the tents. So you couldn't actually come in from the opposite direction. You then had to go all the way out, wait for the other traffic in the COVID link to leave, and then come all the way back in and then join the back of the queue anyway.
See, our guys weren't that well organized. So what they would do was we had like I think the spot used to be a car wash, right?
Yeah.
So we had a big open forecourt kind of thing, and you had your entry and your exit. And for some reason, right, the entry was further down the road than the exit. So you had cars trying to exit onto cars that were already queued up.
What?
Right. So I don't know why they set it up like that, but that's just the way they did it. And then you'd get people that think, they're thinking that they're smart. They're going to go the other way around the block and just turn in front of the
Yeah.
rest of the queue, and they cut the queue like that. So they started to get traffic control in for that. On top of the fact that we were in the middle of town, so the
Yeah.
queue would very often end up going right through the shopping district and everything, and it just fucked
Oh
everything
no.
right up.
Everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, so there was the worst it got. So down at Rockingham Hospital, it would almost reach the traffic lights on pretty much when it first started. It was reaching traffic
Yeah.
lights,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you would be sitting there for hours. So you may as well bring your Kindle, read a book, because you're going to be moving like 2 kilometers at like an hour. So you'd sit there
Especially.
and wait and wait and wait. Mark McGowan turned up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had to join the queue like everyone else. They originally weren't going to let Mark McGowan through. There's a big story on the bloody media about it, and basically wound down the window and said, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, "No." And they're like, "It's Premier of WA." And they're like, "Oh." So they let him through, obviously, and it was right at the closing time. And the
Yep.
nurses were so angry about it. It was like the worst timing.
I bet, because those guys, or those girls in that case, they would have started packing up like 20 minutes before closing time.
Yeah.
And by the time closing time comes around, just about everything's in its box and ready to go back
Yeah.
into the
I'm
little Humpty, the
surprised.
site shed.
Yeah, I'm surprised premiers and stuff like that don't have their own personal doctors that would turn up to do that kind of thing. Like, it's only the Prime Minister that actually has an on-hand doctor. Like, you look at the US president, they've got on-hand doctors. There's no, I need to go to ER.
Yeah.
They've got their own personal doctor. So it is, yes, a bit insane in how that worked. But after all that, Mark McGowan left politics. He was only there, I think, not even 2 years after that, and then said, "No, the job's too much."
But I think in
yeah.
that case, like, I get, you could say he's only a premier,
Yeah.
so it's his job to make face in the public. The prime minister couldn't go down to a COVID testing center, but the premier can, and the premier can be an example in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, that's it. And then we've got the election coming up as well, so that's
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see how that unfolds. Wildfires that are going on, just a complete new topic in LA.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard much about what's going on over there, how it's all started. It's pretty insane. Like, yeah, I've seen fires, but this thing's like burning hectares upon hectares upon hectares. So
Yeah, I've been watching the videos. They're pretty wild.
yeah, no, it's we had our bushfire season, and it burnt down. What was it? It was the Kwinana area, and they had some bushland over there that got burnt down. Then someone tried to mimic it and literally started another fire further down the freeway.
Jeez.
lit the freeway
Okay.
bushland on fire.
Yeah.
It's just a constant thing that's been going on. But yeah, there's celebrities that have lost their homes. There's been 25, from what I was reading, 25 reports of deaths in these LA wildfires. So that's pretty damn insane. Like, when they had COVID, and then on top of all that, they're only just recovering now from all of that, and then they've now got this to deal with. So everyone was just getting back on their feet 4 years later, 5 years later now. They're just getting back on their feet, and now all of a sudden, bam, wildfires. So it's like 10 steps forward, 400 steps back. And it's the same in WA. Every time some fucker starts a fire, it's resources that are getting depleted. So you just, more money that's getting thrown down the drain, taxpayers' money as well at that, because all the resources get used up, and then we've got to fork more money out to restock everything. So,
and maintain machines, fix machines that got broken during the fighting of the fires and things like that. Like, it makes you wonder why what's the mentality behind this? Like, do these kids, or I'm assuming they're kids, teenagers or whatever, do they do it for attention? Do they do it because they actually want to, kill people? Do they? you know?
I think when you get these teenagers that start the fires,
Mm.
it's more of a thrill, I think, for them. Oh, I started a fire, and then they think, oh yeah, the fires have come and put it out, but they don't realize during
Yeah.
these seasons, like where it's high winds, high temperatures, that it grabs and it just goes on. And if the fireys ain't there within a certain time period, by the time they get there, it's out of control, and then they're playing catch up.
Yeah.
So it's just one after the other. But I think there's only been a handful of people that have ever been caught from starting these fires, which is annoying because I think if you start a fire and it causes deaths, you should go to jail. There shouldn't be a slap on the wrist or community service. It's you're going to jail.
No, you do. It's a pretty hefty it's a hefty sentence too.
Yeah.
But I know that's part of the reason why they got rid of the old glass Coke bottles. Did you know that?
Yeah, I noticed that. Everything's gone to plastic
Because
now.
because back in the day, the old glass Coke bottles, you get old mate would throw it out the window, right? And then you had that thick base on it
Yeah.
that would act like a magnifying glass and set fire to the
Set
grass.
fire. Yeah, of course. So and then instead of trying to find out the real source of the problem, they went, "Oh, it's the Coke bottles. They did it." And now it's the cigarette lighters, or it's the people that thrill seekers. Oh, it was the guy that threw the butt out the window and started a fire. Like if
Oh,
they can't find an answer, they blame it on a smoker.
that is some bullshit, though. I mean, I've put a cigarette butt down on the table and come back to it 5 minutes later and they're gone out. So
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. I'd like to know how it seems to stay alight in the bush somehow. So
I should probably take that C word out when I'm editing later on tonight.
oh, it'd be fun for editing. It'll just go beep and then
Yep. I'll just put a marker on the clip there. There we go.
yeah, he knows how to mark it.
That's
So what
it.
else has been going on in the world of Cranky?
What has been going on in the world of Cranky? Well, we've hit the ground running, really.
Yeah.
Straight back to work. Worked Saturday night. It's fucking 12 hours on Saturday night.
12 hours. So you're running night shift now.
No. That's the frustrating part, isn't it?
It's day shifts only.
It's just no, it wasn't. Yeah, I stick to day shift, but it's needs must. Unfortunately, like you got to take on a night shift every now and then just to stay ahead of the cost of living now.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I do anyway.
Yeah.
It's just getting crazy. Like I've had to refinance a few loans and try and shop around for lower interest rates and things like that. So hopefully I can start putting a bit more money back in the bank.
Yeah.
After Christmas pillaged the whole thing.
Christmas time and Santa Claus came out and pillaged the whole workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, no, for me, it's what have I been doing? I've taken on a few little jobs here and there.
Yeah.
I had a few operation jobs come up. So I was doing water cart operating and some HSE work. And I was doing that over the Christmas period. So I got lucky there. But yeah, the last, almost 13, 14 days now. Haven't had much. Everyone's just starting to come back to work now, so the offers are starting to roll in. I've turned down a couple of jobs because they're stupid rosters. Like they want you to do FIFO, but they're always 2 and 1 or 3 and 1, and then they'll say $40 an hour, and it's like I'm not leaving Perth for anything less than 50 an hour.
Yeah.
Like it's just not going to happen.
Like 40 an hour is okay for me if I'm going to be working 15 minutes from home, but I'm not leaving the city. I'm not driving a whole hour for on my own diesel for anything less than 45 an hour.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like you got to be dreaming for that.
Yeah. What do crew leaders get paid now for traffic control over there?
I don't know if I should say it. I'm on about 33 an hour.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm full time, so I take a little pay cut because of that.
Yeah, you take a little pay cut because of that. That's fair enough. Yeah, usually when I'm doing jobs, it's the local jobs can range anywhere from 37.50 all the way up to like 50 an hour just locally. It just
Wow, that's all right.
depends what I'm doing. So if I'm operating, it's between the 37.45. If it's HSE, it's like 50 plus. So
Yeah.
it depends on the role, what they want you to do. A lot of them are being cheeky now. They want you to be health and safety, but they want you to be the trainer and assessor as well. It's like I'm not going to be the operations trainer and assessor as well as health and safety. That's
Yep.
two different job roles, and it's two different jobs entirely, two different career paths. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to mix it into one just to then have to do both those jobs for the same amount of money. I'm just not playing that game.
It's like, are you then going to be paying me the hourly rate of the trainer and then the hourly rate of the HSEQ as well, or
Yeah,
what's
exactly
happening there?
right.
Because
Exactly right.
I ain't doing both jobs for one salary.
Well, that's it. And
All right.
I'd rather be home for the kids than that. Like recently, Elijah had a rock thrown at his head, like literally today.
Yeah.
Had a rock thrown at his head by a friend that they were visiting. I just picked up a brick and threw it straight at Elijah's head, straight off to ER. So
Shit.
we've gone and had a look. It's just a gash by the looks of it, like a little graze, a little cut. But it's started to heal over, so they don't want to rip it open and then try and stitch it because that's going to be more painful. And they just said, look, just leave it, it'll heal, all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's having the ex understand as to why I want to have full time with the kids, because she's just not watching them properly like she says she is, but she's not. It's clear because kids don't get into that. Like, how does a kid go and pick up a brick and then throw it without a parent seeing it? Clearly, you weren't watching them.
I mean, there's a decent amount of time between that happening, and kick bricks aren't really light. I remember when I was about 8 or 9, we had a brick wall out the front, and it was falling apart. So us kids used to play with the bricks.
Yeah,
and my mum would always be out there, put the fucking brick down. But I remember how heavy they felt, even as an 8 or 9-year-old. Like,
yeah,
they're not a light
and now
thing.
you go and pick up a brick, and you're just like, oh yeah. You're like, how was this ever so heavy when I was 8 and 9?
Right? Yeah. Why do I seem to remember this thing weighing like a ton?
Yeah. And it's the same thing with watching. You ever watch your cartoons now and you're just sitting there going, what is going on? Like, I used to watch this show all the time. Like, how did I even sit and watch this? And it's like watching Rugrats again. You're just like, how was this my favorite show? You're like, what was so interesting about it?
And then you're watching it and you're like, what is this mindless drivel? Oh, now I sound like my grandfather. Great.
Yeah. And then you're looking at Broom. Like, that used to be like, how do you put it? It used to be like virtual. Like, it used to be this yellow vehicle that went around. Now they've turned it into a cartoon.
Live action. Now he's a cartoon. Yeah.
Now they use a cartoon, and you're sitting there going, the fuck?
I mean, have you seen the new episodes of Popeye?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah. Those are two phrases that should not belong in the same sentence. New episodes and Popeye.
Yeah, no.
They fuck Popeye.
That's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great.
Yep. I mean, Popeye
the only
used
other
to
one
just
I know has been stuffed is Sesame Street's now pretty much barely non-existent. I haven't seen that on ABC in a while now.
Yeah.
And the same with Play School. Play School used to be all outdoorsy, and now it's all inside sort of crap, and it's like,
yeah, that's it, eh?
It's like, I don't know what's going on there. They used to do all outdoorsy kind of thing. It used to be pretty mint. Yeah,
my
it's
kids,
just mind-numbing.
My kids are a bit sort of beyond the ABC stuff now. Like,
now Disney.
They still watch Bluey. No, they love the flipping YouTubers.
YouTubers? Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
So they're watching all these influencers and streamers and
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, I think what are my kids into? They're into what? Roblox, is it? Is it called Roblox?
Roblox.
Roblox and Minecraft. So those are the two things they go for. My daughter
Minecraft.
Indy's.
Minecraft I kind of enjoy, but the world could do without Roblox, I'm sure of it.
I'm sure, yeah. Apparently that's been linked to pedophiles because it's adults can get access into the chats and they can start talking.
Yeah,
So
they
if there's no
can.
parental block or anything or age
Yeah,
restriction on
yeah,
the
yeah.
account, apparently these pedophiles are getting inside the chat and chatting to these kids. So I've
Mm.
had to actually look when my kids come over to see what they're on. And if they ever go on Roblox, I'll be like, right, give me the account. So then I can
Yeah,
actually set the account to not have anyone of a certain age join because
I won't
it's
have
ridiculous.
I won't have my kids play it in a room that I'm not in. They have
Yeah.
to be in the same room as me.
Yeah.
And if I get bored of listening to it, too bad. You're turning it off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's why I got my kids' headphones. So I got
Yeah,
to plug it
yeah.
in. I
Oh
don't
no,
want to hear it.
I like to be able to hear everything that's being said over the mic.
Yeah. 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 And when
So
they start talking crap on it.
and that way, if like an adult voice comes on, I can go, "Hey, who is this?"
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, it's it's my mate's dad or something like that." Then I'll sort of listen to what this person is talking about, what they're saying to the kids,
Yeah.
and then it's like, all right, okay, either you can keep playing with this person or no, we're getting rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Nah, it's too risky for me. It's for if I ever see my kids on, I'll be straight up banning them. But they won't go on
Mm-hmm.
it when I'm around because they know once Dad's on the iPad, that's it. Everything's getting blocked. So the only thing they're allowed to play is like in Minecraft, and Indy's got some Barbie games that she plays and horse games
Yeah,
and
yeah. There is only one reason why I don't mind Roblox, and that
mm,
is that, and like my kids have never shown any aptitude in this side of it though, so don't get, don't don't go thinking that I like it in any way. Is that it teaches kids how to write code for programs.
no way.
Yeah, you can write your own Roblox games and create, you can create stuff within the world and it's actual coding. So it does teach the kids how to use like hypertext markup language and stuff like that and all those sort of protocols. But I've never seen my kids write code, so that excuse is out the window.
Yeah, yeah. Once they start writing code and then start inventing shit, we'll
Mhm.
see how that pans out. Then I tell you what, invent me something that can make travel a lot better, and I'm there for it.
We'll bring on
Yeah.
Elon Musk and his domestic travel Tesla plane, whatever it was you were talking
Yeah,
about
so
before.
that's kind of what I was leading into. Like Elon is now looking at trying to get into the aviation market in terms of commercial flights. So
Yeah.
he's dominated the automotive market with his cyber vehicles and cyber trucks and all that sort of thing.
Hmm.
He's
Hmm.
dominated what he calls the stars, so space and going out into outer space and doing what he's done out with SpaceX.
With Falcon Heavy,
Yeah, with Shackens.
SpaceX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
SpaceX. And now he wants to create Tesla aircrafts for commercial use that would reduce the significant cost of flights, as well as obviously the use of the aircraft, because he's talking about ones that can be AI, which is complete
Mm.
artificial, like taxi type sort of shit. And then he's got ones where you'd obviously need a pilot in there to make sure shit's still going to work and work properly. But I don't know how keen I would be to be inside a Tesla aircraft, even if I was only paying two, three, 500, $1,000 a plane ticket. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, I just don't know how keen I would be to even try it because it's all battery operated.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
at least jet fuel, the worst that's going to happen is the engine could blow up. But the worst thing with the battery that could happen is it can completely blow up and you've got zero chance of survival because when a battery goes up, the whole bloody plane's just going to go up mid-air. So there's no if, buts, maybes. Oh, we're going to survive this. At least if a jet plane engine blows up, it dives into the ground and it's 50-50 whether you're going to make it or not.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's had a long time now to perfect his batteries, and I think well, I looked it up a little while ago. in the how long has it been? 15 years, nearly 15 years. Australia's had electric cars. We've had something like 3 car fires.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 3
So it's like
battery-related car
3
fires.
battery. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Apart from the most recent one, which was the Cybertruck that's gone up.
yeah.
That's the most recent. I've just been sent a photo.
Well, that's America. It's cyber trucks are illegal here.
Yeah, they're still illegal here. You still can't get them. They had them
Yeah,
in the Tesla shop for a little bit to sort of showvote the new Tesla truck, trying to get people to sign up.
yeah,
Problem
yeah,
is,
yeah,
he's got it. There's a lot of uh, what do you call it? Mechanical work that he's got to change. Apparently, he's got to make it right-hand drive. It's got to have something to do with the steering as well. It's got to have like a steering arm, because at the moment
yep.
it's done via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or
Yeah.
something.
So that's the main thing. Australia, for some reason, and this is a law that's always existed, states that all Australian cars need to have a physical steering column.
And I don't think the Cybertrucks have got it.
The Cybertruck does not have it. It has a Bluetooth connection between the steering wheel and the wheels.
Yeah, right.
So,
Well, on the plus side, it did. It blew up and it stayed together. So on the plus
yeah,
side, it was still pretty good. So I wouldn't mind personally owning one if I had the spare cash. Like if I
yeah,
had the money just laying around, yeah, okay, maybe. Would I go out of my way to try and finance one? Probably not.
yeah.
Um,
Nah, probably not.
I,
It'll be a while before I do that sort of
it
thing as
would.
well.
There's nowhere to park it. You have to
Yeah,
park it out of your garage, unless you've got a 8-car garage, 5-car garage.
yeah,
You ain't fitting that vehicle inside a standard double garage. Like I can get 2 good 4x4s in my garage, and
yeah,
it
yeah.
still won't fit the Tesla Cybertruck.
Is it that big?
It's that big. It will go from wall all the way out. It'll stick out about yay far out of the back end of your garage. It
Yeah.
is that big.
I didn't know that. I thought it
Yeah.
was just like the size of a proton jumbuck or something.
No. This thing in person, so I haven't seen it in person personally, but my mate
Yeah.
has, and he was telling me about it. It literally, I kid you not, where's my camera? Sticks out about yay far from the back end of your garage. So you can't fit it in your standard garage even if you tried. So
I'm
you
gonna
could
look this up.
bring it all the way down. You could bring your garage down, and it would probably sit on the back end of the tray of the Tesla Cybertruck. You have to have a
Okay.
customized garage for this Cybertruck.
What? The Tesla Cybertruck is 5.683 millimeters long. Sorry, that's 5,683 millimeters. That's fucking 5 meters, 5.5 meters long.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. There are some streets in my area that thing's not allowed to turn down.
Yeah. That's the problem they've got. They literally, it can't be on Australian roads. There's nowhere to put it. Like you could drive it as a weekender, but you can't park it anywhere.
It's apparently 1.796 meters high as well. So it's long and it's shallow.
Yeah. Yeah, long, shallow. The inside is big and comfy as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of parking it up, safety, all that kind of shit.
How wide is it? So the wheelbase by itself is 3.6 meters. This thing's wide as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the wheelbase, right? So the front overhang is 878 millimeters. The rear overhang is just over 1.1 meters. The bed length is 1.8 meters. And it's 1.295 meters wide.
Yeah.
The bed. Oh my word, what the fuck?
Yeah. So what would you use this vehicle for?
I don't know.
Like you can do anything with it, but you can't park it anywhere.
I never realized that. I mean, like even my work ute, I don't think is over 5 meters long. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's about. I'm pretty sure it's about 4.5. Last
yeah,
time I
no.
checked.
I've got my little Honda HR-V. I'm quite happy with that. I'm gonna have to hate and leave you. For those that are just joining us now or listening to this, I've just found out that my son is going to ER because he has split his head open.
All right. Well,
So, I am gonna have to go to ER. I wasn't planning on it. I was just gonna wait and sort of see how this was gonna pan out. It turns out he is gonna be going to ER and yeah, getting
yeah.
more sussed out. So I'm
Well,
going to have to love and leave you on this.
that's all right. You know the deal. I'll hang up on the
On the
recording
yeah,
when I'm
too
done.
easy. Alrighty, guys.
But I wish you all the luck and good luck to him as well.
Yeah, no worries. Normally I would finish the episode, but Father Judy's call, so I'm gonna have to go and sort this out. I
That's
will
it.
leave everything running, and if I can join in before you go, I will be back in.
I'll probably just do the sponsors and take off then,
Okay. Yeah,
because
no
I've got
worries.
to go to dinner as well.
Good timing then. Perfect. This gives you an extra half an hour to get ready. And shout out to Three Wheel Bicycle. Love your episodes. Keep going.
Yep.
I have been listening to them. So,
Did
and I think they mentioned this again in their most recent episode as well. We are going
they?
to do some sort of collaborative thing at some point once we can align everything and join up. But Three Wheel Bicycle, go check them out. They're awesome.
It is
Alrighty,
just hard
guys.
because there's like a 14-hour time difference. But
There
yeah,
is.
all right. Yeah, you better take
Alrighty.
off, man.
I gotta take
I'll
off.
talk to you later on.
All right, take it easy, guys. See you all next week.
Let me know how you go.
Yeah, we'll do. I will. We'll do another recording on Sunday. Feel free.
Yeah, I'm free.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll do a record.
All right. Well, looks like it's just you and me, guys. Unfortunately, Swagman's been called off, so I'm going to make it quick. We are going to just talk through the sponsors. You guys know who most of them are. So let's see. Off the top of my head, we got Bellow Bliss. Go check them out. Little shower steamers. They're actually pretty cool. Fantastic for someone like me who perpetually has a blocked nose due to. Well, those of you who watch the videos will see me constantly pulling the side of my face like this because I have a deviated septum thanks to being a dumb kid. And yeah, no, that Bellow Bliss really clears the sinuses out. It helps out quite a lot. So you got Simbo's Butchery over in Lakelands. If you're ever in Mandurah, which I plan to be at least at some point by the end of the year, I'm going to go and experience. Can't say what I was going to say. I'm gonna go try it out. Yeah, that's probably the most PG way to word that without using the word meat in a suspicious sounding sentence. Who else have we got? We got On Track Meals, ontrackmeals.com.au. If you are into camping, or if you're a truck driver, or you're a traffic controller, or you find yourself in any sort of position where you may not have a reliable source of food for some time, On Track Meals is the place to go. That's ontrackmeals.com.au. / in the zone, and then we have an affiliate code which will give you a 10% discount. That's all capital letters in the zone 10 at the checkout. So go there, have a look at their meals. They have pre-cooked meals there and flameless ration heaters, which is something that I've always been excited by. I love the way these things work, right? So you get your food sachet, which is quite a generous helping, mind you. Say you're out on a late night shift. I don't know, you're out driving the truck, you're out directing traffic, you're out just hiking, whatever, you're in the bush. You get your food sachet, you put it in the Sorry, I just got a weird little notification on my computer. You put it in the bag. It's got a flameless ration heater bag, and you stick the little little heater pocket in there too, and then you put about 120 mils of water. Well, water in inverted commas. It's any liquid will work. Okay, wink, wink. You can pee in the bag. If you're that desperate to have hot food, you can pee in the bag, and it'll work. It just won't smell very nice. But what will be nice is the way your food tastes. It just tastes like a wonderful home-cooked meal. It's a fantastic thing. Who have we got next? We had someone else. It has slipped my mind. We had Raise. Raise has come on board since the last week, and I'll be putting the link to that and the affiliate code for that in the show notes after this, but I can still pop it up here. So what do we got? But unfortunately, since Christmas, they've dropped their referral down to $5. So you invest $5 in Raise, and they'll give you a free $5. So essentially, your first $5 investment becomes $10. Just go to raiz.com.au, that's raiz.com.au, and use the invite code Victor Whiskey Foxtrot Juliet 77 when prompted. Who else did we have? We have one more, and it's just sitting in the back of my mind, bothering me. But no, that is okay. I have pizza waiting on the kitchen table, so I'm going to leave you guys to it. It's been a short episode. Call it short but sweet. And we will be back with you again on Sunday. It'll be a live recording again on Sunday, so feel free to come and join us then. You'll find the link to that going up on Shonky Traffic Controllers on the Facebook page. That's what I was supposed to mention. Yeah, find it there. Shonky Traffic Controllers. It's the place to go where you want to learn what not to do in our industry. It's nothing personal if you get posted up on there, all right? It's just you got caught doing the wrong thing. And other people are going to learn from that. We're not there to make fun of you. We are there to learn from you. All right? So, thank you very much, everybody. And I will be back with you next week. The next week's recording, like I said, will be done on Sunday, but it will be going live on Spotify on Tuesday morning, like always. Bye-bye.